Hello. In this video, I'm going to do an example of a Review a Standard. In the Review a Standard assignment, what you're going to do is answer a word problem by using the table below. And the table below is these four squares. You may have seen this before in your middle school math class. So the word problem is here. I'm going to show my answer in these four boxes. The four boxes are understand, which is where I would write things that I know or important things from the problem. This second box is plan, and in this box, I'm going to tell myself what steps I need to take in order to solve the problem. In the solve box, I'm going to show whatever work is necessary to solve the problem. And in the check box, I'm either going to double check my work or justify my answer and explain that it is reasonable. So let's go to the problem. The word problem says Gabby is trying to determine if her three light switches define a function or not. She labels the three light switches switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. Then she labels the three lights, light 1, light 2, and light 3. Then she tests each switch and gets the following results. Switch 1 turns on light 2, switch 2 turns on light 3, switch 3 turns on light 1, and then Gabby tests each switch again and she gets these results. Switch 1 turns on light 2, switch 2 turns on light 3, and switch 3 turns on light 1. And the question is, do Gabby's light switches define a function or not? So going into my table, in my understand box, I'm going to put things that I know. So I know that in a function, each input can have only one output. And I know that Gabby had three inputs, which were switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. Then Gabby also had three outputs, light 1, light 2, and light 3. That's what I know from the problem. On my plan for this problem, my plan is going to be create a set of points for the first and second time that she tests each switch. So I'm going to create a set of points that represents the two tests that Gabby did to the switches. And the way that I'm going to create this set of points is my inputs are going to be the number of the light switch, like switch 1, and my outputs are going to be the number of the light. So in the first test, Gabby flipped switch 1 and light number 2 came on. And then she switched light 2 and what came on was light 3. And then finally she tested light switch 3 and light switch 1. The light 1 came on. That was the first test. In the second test, she tested switch 1. She got light 2. Gonna keep doing that. When she tested light switch 2, she got on the light number 3. So my input was 2, output was 3. Finally, she tested input switch 3, and the output that she got was light 1. Now, looking at these sets of points, I think that this is a function because there are no inputs that have different outputs. So the input 1 here gave me the output 2, and when I did the input 1 again, I still got the output 2. When I did the input 2, I got the output 3, and again, when I did the input 2, I got the output light 3, and finally, when I did the input 3, I got the output 1, and when I did input 3 again, I also got output 1. So I'm going to say that the light switches find a function. My answer. So I've shown that the outputs were the same, or I've shown that each input had one output. So the justification for my answer is going to be just that. I'm going to say that each input has only one output, therefore it is a function. And that is how you complete the word problem solving table, which you see here. Again, in the understand box, you're adding things that you know from the problem that can help you. In the plan box, you're deciding what it is you need to do to solve the problem. And then you show whatever work is necessary when you solve the problem. And lastly, you either double check your work or you explain why your answer is reasonable.